bit by a mosquito right there yesterday. And I killed it, and its blood got on my fingers.
Well, don't call PETA.
It's a mosquito.
I think they cover mosquitoes and insects.
I don't think so.
Bring the mic in so that we can...
Hello.
Okay.
La, 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 la. What is that from?
Nowhere. It's from Dorky Land. All right. So it was an open concept talk today. I had sent out some questions. Some of you were nice enough to complete them in a timely manner.
Some of us.
I did.
I did too.
Yeah, after I...
But you literally said don't share with the group, so I didn't.
Well, it wasn't an issue of sharing with the group. It was an issue of you guys completing them and sending them to me. But you guys... I eventually got the answers. Amanda couldn't join us today.
Amanda.
I don't think she had a good reason. I mean, she's going to physically be here. But I did...
What?
She's
downstairs?
She has another... Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe her. Let's mute everything. That was part of the plan. Well, thank you guys for joining. And today's topic, it was kind of looking at the roles that we play individually in our friend groups, our friend circles, how we relate to people, kind of like justifying lying. Because I feel like the three of us, depending on which group we're in, we're the smart one. Do you feel like in any group of friends that you're probably the one that just knows better and you're kind of dumbing yourself down?
No.
You don't feel like... You feel like you have friends in your friend group that they're smarter than you?
So right now, do you think that you're the smart one?
No, I'm not talking about our friendships. I'm saying like your own groups of friends, because we all just work together. We didn't grow up together or anything.
No.
So, I mean... You don't... You? Okay, well, I thought, to be honest, I'm kind of labeling myself as, like, the smart one in any group that I'm in. Interesting. Yeah, it is interesting, because it's also true. I also can't play board games with people.
Why?
I demolish, and it makes people feel bad about themselves.
Oh.
You guys don't have this
Who
issue?
is taking these board games that seriously?
Why are
the best thing to do is when you're losing, you just flip the board. That's
why are you surrounding yourself with people where there's this gap in terms of your intelligence?
I don't choose.
You do choose your friends, though.
I don't choose how dumb they are. They could be smarter. They could read books.
Maybe it depends in what areas. Maybe you're the smartest in a board game.
No, it's kind of a broad... It's very all-encompassing. I feel like I'm very well-rounded. I don't excel in one area. I mean, I excel in a couple areas, but not many areas. But I'm good enough. Like I'm not good at bowling or swimming. But how many? No, I'm good at soccer. Actually, I was on the school soccer team. I was a really good goalie. The other teams would try to recruit me.
I don't know if I sit there like looking at people and being like, I'm better.
Not better. Not better. There's a big difference.
What's the difference?
I think that your friends should be contributing. I think that your friends should also be filling in the gaps in areas that you don't know.
So I made friends with a swimmer and a bowler.
There you go.
They're filling in your gaps.
Those are not the smartest people. No, listen, I'm kind of obviously being sarcastic, but the point that I really wanted to talk about is, and not to pick on one conversation over another, but sometimes we're confronted with situations like we don't know how to address it.
That's true.
How do we talk to someone that needs to hear something?
Like the truth?
Well, that's one of the things they'll need to hear. I mean, no one really says, hey, guys, just let me have it. You know what it should be? It should be 6 months from your birthday.
To do what?
To like have a day where everyone will call you up and just tell you the truth.
It's interesting
It's like the anti-birthday, because on your birthday, everyone has to be nice to you.
No, but yesterday I was with a friend who said, if I'm ever letting myself go or doing whatever, can you please tell me?
And should this person have heard that like 6 months ago or 2 years ago?
I mean, I don't even think that it's at a point where they need to hear it, but they're saying, I am okay and open with that happening.
Ooh.
Hello, confidentiality. But there are other people where it is hard.
For a second, you're about to say the name.
I was like, no. But then there are other people where it's harder to tell them those things.
Well, I don't believe someone that says, hey, you know what? I want you to be honest with me.
Why though?
Because most of the time, we're protecting ourselves from what we don't want to hear.
But I think that a part of growing is being able to receive constructive criticism from
you
your
think
friends.
that because you're the smart one in the group, but all the dummies that you hang out with, they don't want to hear it.
Well, sometimes
Comment?
I don't. Well, sometimes I don't want to hear it either because
I
it.
know.
But
I
it
think-
can be hurtful. But I think that when it's coming from a good place of the people that actually know you the best and can see from a different perspective, it's loving. It's not like demolishing. Or
Has anyone ever given you like something, be like, hey, you know, Michela, I noticed this about you?
Yes.
And then you come back and be like, I needed to hear that. You're
Yeah.
right.
I think
Actually,
most
yeah.
of the time
Really?
we already know it. We know it, and it's just a matter of
That's
maybe
why-
hearing it from someone else. And that's why sometimes it can hurt. Because if you're insecure about something and you're already feeling that inside and someone's just pointed it out.
Yeah. Do you have an example?
I do.
Oh, shares.
Well, no, I mean, like, it's not something petty. It's just if, for example, if one of my friends are doing something that I find bothersome or hurtful or doesn't kind of jive with me, I'll just bring it up in a polite and calm way. It's not like I'm attacking somebody.
Do you think that they're being nice about what you're saying? And they'll be like, oh, that was really nice. But then they go to their other friend and it's like, what a bitch.
Well, I don't know what happens behind closed doors, but I think the definition of a true friend is for someone to actually receive it and kind of reflect on it and then come back and talk to you. If there's still some tension, I mean, like, communication is key in a friendship, just like it would be in a romantic relationship with somebody. That's how you grow as a person.
Do you go to therapy? It's beautiful.
No, I don't. Should I start coming?
Give her your business
me.
card.
No, and that's true. I think a lot of times it's also about the delivery,
Mm-hmm.
right? It depends on how you're saying things.
That is true. But I think, like you were saying before, I think people reflect their insecurities a lot. So they already know something about themselves. When they're hearing it from someone who can actually visualize that and observe it, they start to get defensive because they're like, you know what, I'm portraying my insecurities. I don't want people to be seeing this side of me. I kind of want to cover it up. And
What if they think that you're just being high maintenance?
well, then that's their problem.
Yeah.
because
Would you unfriend a person that doesn't receive criticism?
Not unfriend, but I think if a situation can't be resolved over time and if you have to walk on eggshells around someone, I personally think that that's not the definition of a true friend. Like, true friends are very open and honest with each other. So if you find that you always have to double filter what you say, you know, walk around them very carefully, only do certain activities or only talk about certain things, then you have to analyze, like, is this more of a filler friend or is this somebody that I consider a true friend?
What's
and
a
I think
filler
there's
friend?
well, not so much a filler friend, but
Talk
more
to someone.
for-
Talk to me like I only have like 3 friends.
Okay,
Would if
so
someone has 3 friends, would they have a filler friend?
you don't know that. They could all be filler friends.
Maybe you're the filler friend.
Yeah.
Fill the role?
Well,
Like filler,
it's more
just like
maybe
a
you're just
spare,
the friend that
the
they
third
like.
wheel?
it's
Yeah, or maybe
just
you're
the
just the friend that they like to
Or
go
you can drive.
to dinner with.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're just the friend that
Good at trivia.
go to the movies with or something.
Yeah, but it's
you're not
not-
like a close friend that you share all your.
Oh, so if you're not like the bestie, like if you're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we missed you the other time. You must have been busy or something. I'm like, you guys can call me.
yes,
So
pretty much
you might not
that.
be in like the inner circle. You might be in the outer circle.
But sometimes
Or
people
just
don't
not
have
a
a circle.
circle.
not
It
in a
just might be
circle.
like a space satellite,
Yeah.
like just floating.
But just
Yeah.
going
A
back,
floater.
can we go back for a second to that? Do you leave your friends if, do you stop talking to your friends if you're telling them the truth and they're not taking it? I think a lot of times the person that you're being honest with, if they're not receiving it well, if they're not open to it yet, they are the ones who are distancing themselves because
That is
they're not
true.
ready for it.
Yeah.
Right? So it's about also recognizing, is this person ready for it? Should I
Yeah.
be delivering this information to them? Also, it's just an opinion as well. So
Yeah, is
are
it your
we-
job?
No,
No, I think
sometimes it's my job.
With your friends, with your friends.
With my
I
friends
think
now.
you owe it to your friends sometimes to be honest. And I think that if that energy and attitude is continuously happening, then I think you as a person have to reevaluate, where does this friend stand in my life? And it's really, it's really cool because some people always use the tree analogy, being like the roots are the core people that you always have in your life. The branches are people that support you at certain times, but they're not closest to you. And then the leaves are the people that kind of come and go like the seasons, but they're always teaching you something to grow.
Who's the trunk?
That's not the point.
You can't do a tree analogy and there's
Okay,
no trunk.
sure. Say branch and trunk. whatever. That's not the point.
But can we chop the
Tree?
roots off sometimes?
No, because then the tree dies.
Does it? Can we chop off a part of the root and still have the tree live?
I'm not sure.
Do we have to stay in this friendship even if we feel like we're outgrowing it?
No, but that's what I mean by you change your perspective of certain people depending on certain events that happen and where you are in your lives. Like, I think it is normal to outgrow people. It
Absolutely.
happens. Once
My
someone's
parents have an apple tree. It's outgrowing.
but when you have a childhood
The
friend,
neighbor cut the branches.
you have so many things in common because you're a child. You like to play, your parents are the one bringing you over, your parents are friends. And then, for example, when your careers start coming into place, like one person goes to professional school, one person, for example, goes to art school, one person doesn't go to
Dummy.
school. No, but I'm saying, I think,
This guy's getting canceled.
yeah,
Why?
as soon as you start separating and
Yeah.
actually defining a path for yourself that doesn't necessarily mesh with the old representative of a friend that you had. So, like,
Do you feel like you've just outgrown people because you've progressed in your professional life?
I don't think it's
Discuss.
just about profession.
I don't think
though.
it's just that.
Well,
but
you
I
just
think
used the example of
Yeah.
going to med school.
But
it's just an
I know someone
example
who
of
just
a-
graduated med school.
it's just an example of a
I
direction.
cut off all my kin friends.
Oh, no.
No.
All my basket weavers are unread.
No, but I'm saying I think that the path that you choose starts to define a lot of your characteristics for yourself. So,
Would that be considered bougie?
no.
I think you can also choose a different path and then come back.
That's also true.
You can
too.
reconnect, right? 'Cause-
Dumpster dive.
No, that's true too.
But you can reconnect. Like, let's say you're so focused on your career, you're doing all these things, and you're, full steam ahead, and then you end up having a child, right? And now your circle changes because now maybe you're
An oval.
you're socializing with people who also have a child.
Oh.
So have that commonality. So it has nothing to do with your career anymore. It has to do with
where you
whatever
are in
your life
life
is at that point. Right?
Yeah. But I also
That's not
think
to say you can't be friends with people who don't have kids or
It makes it harder. They don't get the jokes.
I guess so.
well, they're not going to fully understand where you are in your specific life, just like
So
you're-
you changed.
Yeah,
You
people
can. We
change
change.
though.
We're forever evolving.
People change. That's why I'm saying you're
I've never changed.
you're never gonna be friends with a past version of somebody unless that person is stagnant and hasn't grown. In
That's
any
judgmental, I'd say.
No, it's not.
What
Because
if people like just being basic?
which is fine because that's their decision. They like the comfort and they like where they are in their life, and I think that's perfectly fine.
I feel like
but
it's not challenging.
But some people don't like to be challenged, and that's okay. I just think that the people that do like to be challenged and want to grow tend to outgrow those types of people. So it's not like the friendship crumbled. It's just one person has a different
What
mentality.
about
than the
remembering where you
other.
came from?
That's also fine too. You can always remember where you came from, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you belong there anymore.
Ooh.
It's just,
you can take the lessons and move forward.
yeah, it's just a
Are
harsh
you talking
reality.
to me literally?
Take the lessons.
Take
Stop
the
winning
hints.
all the board games. Let people win.
No, that's where I'm at now. I just don't play. I'm the bank.
Oh, that's
I'm I read the questions.
But is that like then being like, I'm better than you, so I will be
Well,
better
yeah,
than you?
I am left to that role.
Somebody
I am
please
excluded.
challenge this guy. What's the game? Monopoly?
Any game.
Catan? Somebody please.
Catan.
Someone challenge this guy and beat him.
No. That's the point is like I'll lose. It's just the people I'm around. They can't win.
Are you playing with your kids?
No,
They suck.
just leaving out important information.
no, they're adults.
Okay.
Okay, but
It's not the point.
then what's the point?
It means, sometimes you're just good at something, and the people around you, they're just not happy about it.
Then they're not a true friend.
How about their family?
Then they're
It doesn't matter. They're just
Doesn't
not
mean it
a
doesn't matter.
supportive person. I think that a lot of the times, like, it's just a natural tendency, for example, for humans to get jealous or envious or feel some sort of anger, sadness, whichever it is.
Does that make them a narcissist?
No, I don't think so. I just
Would you think a narcissist would be jealous of someone else's success?
it's
I think
possible.
more on a constant, continuous basis with everybody they cross paths with. Yes, but
Oh, could a narcissist not be a narcissist towards someone in particular?
I think they're more self-centered.
They're
So
self-centered.
it's a lot. And it's not just self-centered people. Like there's a true diagnosis to be a narcissist.
What if they're like a narcissist?
So I think we all have narcissistic qualities.
Qualities.
What's yours?
I don't know. I think I can be self-centered at times. I think there's moments where I'm looking out for myself and I'm.
Isn't that self-preservation?
I think,
Yeah,
but I think
that's there can be qualities, but the qualities for a narcissist. There's
Like you were late today.
qualities.
Was that you being a narcissist?
No, that was me almost hitting a guy on a bike and being careful not to do that.
Some people wish you hit them.
Maybe. I mean, he looked like he was pretty happy on his bike, so I didn't want to,
Huh?
What are we talking about? Who wished who I hit what? The guy on the bike wished I hit him?
What?
No, some people don't like the bike lanes. that was a reference to
Oh, I see.
that. I don't
think it was a
hitting.
bike lane. It was really weird. He was in this turning lane.
Every
going
man for
straight.
himself.
Oh, yeah, I was getting honked at, and I was like, I'm not going. Gotta save this guy.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
That was my good deed of the day.
Oh, so that doesn't sound like a narcissist,
That's
though.
nice.
No, see?
You
But
were
I
thinking
think
about someone
that-
else. It's like, I could hit him, but I won't.
Yeah. I didn't think I could hit him. I was like,
Let's
don't
go
wanna
back
hit
to the
this guy.
questions. So, yeah, someone's not coming in. I already know that. Let's see. Let's go back. I'll skip Amanda's answers because they didn't make any sense. They were also not the real questions. Favorite color was blue. Thank you, Amanda, for your contribution. Is it tacky to give someone a compliment when you don't mean it? Sarah, you said yes.
I said yes. And I think it's the reason why I said yes was because I don't think that I do that. I think when I compliment someone, I'm actually complimenting them because I like something about them or something that they have. My brain, I don't think, just goes to let me just say this for the sake of saying it.
So you've never given someone a compliment that you didn't really mean?
I think if
I
it
don't
was in an
think so.
encouraging way, I might have.
Oh.
Right? Like in a way where it's like they're almost there or they're getting there or there's something. So,
So you're justifying lying.
Well,
No,
you
I
have to
don't think it's
define
lying.
compliment, though.
Like,
Yeah.
you look good in that shirt.
Okay, but
I wouldn't say that.
no, I think that's pretty tacky. I think that's more of a people-pleasing mechanism or somebody trying to portray themselves differently than they actually are.
I
Do you
think
ever-
sometimes when people do that, I think sometimes when people do that, they are possibly covering up their own insecurity or
I agree with
wanting
that.
to gain friends, or there's something going on internally. It has nothing to do with that person, has nothing to do with their shirt. There's something more to it,
I agree with that.
right?
I think giving out compliments is a kind gesture, and I think everybody deserves to receive a compliment. But if it's not meaningful, then to me, there's just no point.
So
in
if you're
saying
going
it.
to... So you're taking a role of someone that's nurturing. Because it sounds like we're highlighting an individual that maybe has low self-esteem or low confidence, or if you feel the sense that they could use a boost of some kind, which isn't bad.
It's not.
Right?
It's not bad. I just think that, for example, if I see somebody walking and I like their jacket, I'm gonna say, hey, I really like your jacket. It looks good on you.
Can I ask you a question about that?
Yes.
What if that girl looks like a really high maintenance attitude? Like, just the look on her face is just like, I don't want to talk to this broad.
Then
Would you then say the compliment?
Well, if I would
Think about
say
it.
I would say
Sarah?
the
To
compliment.
a stranger, probably not.
Well,
because
she was
they're-
already going to compliment a
I
stranger.
compliment-
But I feel
compliment
like
strangers.
if that person doesn't seem approachable, I probably won't. And I think
That
that
is
goes for
true.
any stranger.
So
like,
it depends
But-
on their character that
but
you're
you-
assuming.
but
You
their
do-
demeanor, their body language.
Yes, you
it's
do
not
assume
welcoming.
based off of facial expressions and body language, but you don't know if that's their actual attitude. Like, some people just look like that from the outside.
What's your resting face like?
Probably like that, and I
Oh.
have gotten
Probably
that
like
before.
whatever's happening here
Yeah,
right now.
it's probably like that, but
Do you think people
Yes.
interpret your...
all the time.
Why?
Because people tell me that they do all the time.
What did they say to you specifically?
That
You can swear.
no, I'm not swearing. That I look mean or very, very unapproachable or very closed off from the outside.
You're unapproachable.
I didn't see that.
I think it depends on the environment that I'm in as well.
All right.
Right?
Not here.
I mean, if I'm in public and I'm by myself, for example, then
Do you have a scowl?
what is this? Like my
You're
face? No, it's just a very straight face. That's
This
it.
is my straight face.
That's not your
That is
straight
not
face.
your
That's
face.
scary.
Picture of your face is scary.
I don't like being approached in public.
Well, I mean, it also
walk around
depends. It
at the grocery
depends where you are. Like, if you're at the gym, for example, I mean, body language, yes, it's going to change. You've had a long day in clinic.
I also lift weights like with that face. It's heavy. I have a gym face.
Where's the gym body?
Oh!
You can edit that out if you
Oh,
want.
God.
That was
If you're winning at 4 games, you can't win at everything. I gotta humble you a little.
humble. Yeah, that was very humbling.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry. Am I fired?
I think your mic might
This is
stop
Sarah's
working.
last podcast.
This is what does a blue cord.
I remember when she first came on and she's like,
Oh,
I'm really
no.
shy. I don't know if I like talking on camera.
Now I'm like, whatever.
And then she's like, now it's like, the next time I get my hair done, we're doing a podcast.
Can we talk about my hair for a second?
Yeah,
looks
you look like the
good.
Wicked
Okay,
Witch of the
thanks.
West.
Do I? Okay, and that's okay.
Where's your broom?
It's
I
parked
think
outside.
it looks good.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
think it looks
I
good.
feel like a lot of people are. Wait, is this a compliment?
No, this is a
No,
sincere
it's-
compliment.
She,
I like Scott.
I
because
think
you
it
had,
looks good.
it looks good.
I also said that to you last week.
She did.
So
Her reaction was, "Oh my god, I love it."
yeah, I
Oh.
did say
So
that.
Yours was, "Bring back the blonde."
That is true.
Yeah. So
Counterpoint.
okay.
1 point for me. So how do you feel that Michela immediately went to get her hair done right after you?
no,
No.
she got it done before me.
I got it done before her.
Oh, how do you feel that Sarah got her hair done like, immediately after you
The
did?
thing with hair,
Self-care.
but the thing with hair appointments is they're scheduled way in advance.
Was yours?
Yeah.
How many months ago?
I think like I had to wait like a month to get
Oh,
my
just
hair
1
done.
month?
Yeah, but she was like, "I'm getting mine done on the
It's a
18th."
low-end
and I was
place,
like,
1 month.
"Mine's a-"
I did say that. I did
Right?
go on the 18th.
And I was like,
yeah.
"Oh, mine's the 23rd." Right?
But you said it after her.
But we had a discussion about that.
I wasn't like, "Oh, she's getting her done." Oh, she's getting her done.
It would
Sorry?
be totally different
Hold
if
up.
it would be totally different if I came to work and she saw my hair, complimented me,
went.
and then went the next day to get the same.
But isn't
hair.
that a compliment in itself?
What?
If
Copying
I were to
someone?
yeah,
I think
Is it?
that's.
I never care. Do you care?
I don't think I care if someone's copying me. I don't
This
think
sounds
so.
like a cat fight's brewing.
No, because I actually had to think about
I don't
that for
care.
a second.
Well, I don't care either.
I don't actually know if people do copy me.
I get copied all the time.
Do you? I don't think I do.
You don't copy
It
me.
doesn't bother me though.
Well, I
Like, if
definitely
someone-
don't copy you.
Like if you guys all wanted the therapy club T-shirt, I would be like, "Let's go get it," and then
It's
you're
a cool
part of the- you're part of
T-shirt.
the club.
Yeah?
I've recruited.
Why
you.
didn't you wear your leprechaun outfit?
No, it's not St. Patrick's Day yet or Halloween. There's a time and place for everything.
What psychological condition do you think most of your friends have?
This is like you just like rage
Crazy
bait or
question,
something.
but anxiety for sure.
I would play it
Do you
safe and say anxiety.
So I was going to say, that's a safe answer, is it not?
I mean,
I
it
think
is, but
so.
also, I'm
You
not.
think your friends all have anxiety?
I think
Is that
to
is
some
that like saying
degree.
all my friends breathe?
no.
Like everyone has anxiety?
I think that anxiety it's contributed from multiple places, like people's career paths, their jobs, their family situation, outside friends, feeling stuck, feeling like
Do they define themselves as having anxiety, or you
I
are
think-
interpreting their actions as anxious?
some people do,
Both.
but I think that there's also
Let's talk about the latter.
well, I mean, I don't know. I think that I'll talk about both points. I think that
I only want the latter.
but I'm going to talk about both points. So when someone, especially a close friend of yours, is, you're having a little heart to heart and they're explaining that they've been experiencing some anxiety, they feel stuck, they feel like they're not in the place that they wanted to be at this age, or they're not following their life plan, for example. That in itself is anxiety. Like there's traits there, there's certain symptoms there.
Mm-hmm.
But then through actions and words, like you can tell when somebody's anxious. You can tell if they're jumpy or if they're cutting you off or they're not calm. Their body language is very closed off. They feel very antsy. Like you can just see it. It's both. Like it's words and it's actions at the same time.
I think a lot of times with anxiety, the mind goes to the worst case.
That too.
And I think that happens like when I recognize anxiety in certain people, so like certain friends, even within myself. It's when the mind starts to go to the worst case immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like no gray area, no in between. It's just like, this is the worst possible thing that can happen. And that's when I can say, but I think that everyone has elements of that. I think that there's moments in your life where you can have that. If you are constantly in that state, I think that's when you can say, okay, this is like an anxiety disorder, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if all my friends have generalized anxiety disorder, but I think that there are elements of
You
anxiety.
sure? I know
throughout
some of
their
your
lives.
friends.
Traits for sure, anxiety traits.
Maybe you are surrounding yourself with only those. Maybe you are giving them anxiety.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's a good point. Do you think that maybe that same person doesn't show traits of anxiety about when they're in the presence of other friends, but with you?
It could be because it's a feeling of comfort and safety. Like they can actually have the ability to express themselves.
Or do you give them anxiety?
It's possible.
It's possible. It could be either or.
Maybe the resting face causes anxiety.
Or people that have strong personalities, talking to someone that doesn't have as strong of a personality can be very anxiety provoking as well. Some people are just a lot more stern, to the point, upfront, like know what they want, whereas other people are not like that. So that in itself comes off as anxiety provoking, because it's like you're not there, you don't want to say the wrong thing, you don't want to get backlash from the other person.
So yeah, I was going to say, if you know that you have a strong personality, how much of the responsibility is on you to be aware of who you're talking to?
There is some responsibility, but it's not 100%,
But
because then
would
that
it-
would
would
be
it
you
come off-
changing yourself.
No.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I mean, you can't talk-
Work, but you
can
can
work
work on
with
yourself.
it,
Like
yeah.
I think
Well,
that
what?
when I was
Wait,
younger,
wait. Let's define. Let me back up and then hit me with your point. The point is, if I know I have a strong personality and I bulldoze people,
That's
then I'm being a
different,
bully.
though.
Well, if I'm direct and I'm certain, and
That's
if that's
different than being a
that'll intimidate
bully.
most people, but it will be perceived as bullying from someone who's in a more docile, submissive.
I think
Think
the
about it.
No, I think the definition.
It's not about
of bullying
definitions.
is a lot different, though.
It will be perceived as bullying. Bullying and bulldozing look similar, right, Sarah?
But
Yes.
what?
Sarah
I think,
agrees.
I think I'll use myself as an example. When I was younger, I think that I was a lot more direct, to the point. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna, and I don't care how this affects the other person. I think through experiences, through life, maybe through raising kids and whatever else, I think I've gotten a little softer, and not in the sense where I feel like I'm getting stepped on or pushed around, but I think that I've worked on the delivery part of it. Also reading the room, knowing your audience, knowing your person. So if I'm speaking to somebody who I know is a little, softer, or not as, can't take it, I might not be as direct. Is that lying? No. Is that, kind of speaking to them at a level where they might be able to understand me, or they might be more receptive to what I'm saying? Because if I know that this person, the minute I'm going to be super direct with them, is going to shut down, then whatever I'm hoping to achieve by having that conversation it's not going to get anywhere. But I think,
agree.
yeah, but I also think that, we want to stop and think about, what am I hoping to achieve? So am I just saying things just to be right, to win the game, to do whatever? Or am I saying things because I actually want to help this person? And that takes work. And that's changing ourselves, but it's okay to change. It's okay to say, this whole idea of I am who I am and that's it is not, I don't think that's okay. That's not.
No,
Well, it sounded like Michela was saying the opposite.
no, I was not.
You're saying that you shouldn't change yourself.
I don't think that you should change yourself to maintain a friendship with somebody. Like completely push who you are aside and
Change it,
your
like
traits.
adjust your
but
tone.
adjusting is different than changing, though, because
It's a change.
adjusting is more of like what Sarah was saying. You're reading the room, you're understanding the person that you're actually having a conversation with, and you're trying to be a lot more vigilant and open, and
So you're adjusting.
you're adjusting, though, but that doesn't mean that you're changing that strength or that strong personality trait in yourself. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that you're going to completely push that
You mean you don't become a
aside.
different person
That's what I'm
because
saying,
you just
though.
matched the weakest person in the room?
No,
It's
but
not
there's
about being
strength
weak,
in knowing.
though.
It is, though. It is the
No.
perception of, like, someone comes off strong or someone comes off
Yeah,
submissive.
strong,
Yeah,
for
but
sure.
strong can also be hurtful. Strong can also be,
Most times strong is interpreted as aggression.
I think that there's different levels on a spectrum of strong, because some people
All right, I'm on the spectrum.
some people can come off more on the aggressive side, and then some people can come off more on the stern side, as if, listen, don't overstep your boundary with me because I don't appreciate that. Like, respect goes both ways. I think there's two sides, because like the stern person can know what they want, for example, and still be polite and respectful to other people and achieve that, whereas an aggressive person is just going to bulldoze all over you and not truly care about how you're making somebody else feel.
Let's use an example.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off,
it's
but
okay.
you were
You've
going
done
a little.
it quite a bit, though. Just noticing.
Your chair is very high. It's misleading. Let's say there's a pizza delivery place, and you got to get that pizza to that person. You good? You want some water?
No, I'm good.
You want tissue? Yeah, get that pizza out 30 minutes or it's free. And there's a delivery guy that repeatedly is getting there at 31, 32 minutes. You know? And maybe sometimes it's his driving. Maybe. What's that?
This is about me again. 3 minutes.
Would you
3 minutes
deliver
late.
pizza? No, you've been really good with time.
Are we?
You're just listening to the story.
Oh,
stop
okay.
trying to
Okay, I was like, do I work at
apply
pizza
for a
place?
job.
Like, am I the delivery guy?
I have a car. I could deliver. I know Woodbridge.
Oh my God.
Let's say and this person, he's a really nice guy, very meek, very mild, drives the speed limit, and is more likely to have to give up a free pizza versus someone that is a bad attitude, speeds, probably gets parking or speeding tickets, but is always the first to deliver the pizza. Now, as a pizza delivery store, bake shop, whatever you call, pizza guy, owner.
Parlor.
What's that?
Pizza parlor.
Parlor. That's a good word.
Fancy.
Fancy word. Really? You want to play Scrabble? And then, so how do you address those two people? Because one of the persons is making money, but they're a douche. And the other person is costing me money, but it's a nice guy. How would I address? Here, you talk to the douche.
I'm going to talk to that one?
Yeah, you talk to him, and Sarah can talk to the slowpoke.
Well, if he has a bad attitude, then he's getting a bad attitude back.
Oh, for an eye for an eye.
No, it's not an eye for an eye. It's a respect thing. Because if you're not going to be respecting somebody else, then that respect is not going to be reciprocated back to you. It's a bi-directional relationship.
But how do you exhibit a bi-directional attitude?
Well, at first, obviously, you're going to have a respectful conversation, sit the person down and say, you know what, this attitude doesn't work in the workplace.
Well, just say, hey, I'm the best. I get the pizzas
No,
out.
then
What's your problem? I'm making you money.
it doesn't matter. Well, from a business perspective, making money obviously makes sense, but then you have to think about how this person is contributing to the environment of work.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Everyone
I
hates him.
think,
Well, they're jealous of him because
But
he's getting the
that's-
most tips.
but that's the biggest, I think to me, that's the biggest cost is how this person is affecting your work environment. Because sometimes it only takes one person to shift an entire environment, and that in itself can then skew the business.
Sure.
Because
Wait, is
people
he getting the
aren't
most tips
meshing.
though?
Yeah.
Is he rude to the people he's delivering their pizzas to?
That's what, yeah.
They get their
see?
pizza on time. They're like, I don't care. They're not having a conversation with
But-
them.
No, but I
could
would
be rude to them,
I would be
too.
more likely.
They're like pizza, and they're like,
But I'd be
tap.
I would be more likely to be forgiving of the person who's 2 minutes late
That's true.
than to deal with the douchebag who's
yeah. How does that
delivering
work
the
for
pizza,
business?
whipping the pizza.
Like
I
I
get it.
said, from a business perspective, yes, you're losing money, but I think that you can also like adjust your business at the same time. So if you're talking to this,
35 minutes or it's free.
but if you're, yeah,
What about
so
the reputation of your business?
That
Do you
too.
want to
See,
be
that's a
known
big
as the business
thing.
that has?
Friendly cold pizza.
but that's what I was saying about the bad apple, right? So sometimes, yes, you're making money as a business owner, but then you have to take a step back and saying, is the money like outweighing the attitude that my business is representing in public? So if you have someone that has this type of attitude who's talking down to people, not respecting them, whatever it is, that's not the point. Even with the speeding tickets, like that obviously doesn't even look good on their record either. But if you have a type of person like this, then you know you have to make a decision saying, is this even benefiting my business? Because this should be a very positive and uplifting environment. Because when you have an environment like that, personally, I think that the business flows a lot better.
Sure.
I think that people mesh, and I think that it's just a smoother flow.
All right. Let's switch this over. Same people, but in terms of friendships and relationships.
Well, you have to be selective in that sense. Like,
Well,
is this
what
person,
if there's a friend group and there's one person that is like the alpha and they're aggressive and they get things done and they got all the cool connections and they're fun. And then there's the drag guy who's nice. He's well-intentioned. A little bit of a bore.
I'd probably hang out with the boring person.
Why? Is it because you're boring?
Maybe, but I'd rather be boring than like have that price to pay of feeling like I owe this person something, or that, you know, they're doing all the fun things, but
it's very
I'm
interesting.
getting,
I don't believe that. I think most people would hang out and be attracted to, on the surface, to the.
I don't believe in alphas in a friendship.
Really?
At all.
Are you the alpha?
No, I wouldn't
How do
even
you
call
know?
myself that.
Do you ever think of yourself as like a leader?
I think a leader is a lot different than an alpha.
All right. Tell me what a leader is.
A leader is somebody that knows their worth and knows what they want, and they are very inviting towards other people, and I think that they bring a lot of people out of their shell. I personally think that in a friendship...
Is that their job?
No, it's not their job, but it's a personality trait. So as Sarah was saying about the boring guy, maybe it's not the right environment for him because he feels very... not even disrespected, but like pushed away and pushed down by this alpha character. So if somebody was actually nice enough to give this person the time of day, just even show them the ropes, like bring them out, you know, get them out of their shell, they might actually be a different person, but they already have the kindness and respect of those traits like that you would want in a friend.
Okay.
It's very hard to be friends with someone who wants to be the center of attention and be the top 24/7, because it's like you can't say anything without there being an argument or causing tension.
Okay.
And I think that's wrong to have in a friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take.
I also think that it's exhausting to
want people please.
Yeah, or like to want to be the leader all the time. I think that if in certain areas of your life you are more like, if you're hyper independent, then maybe in my friendships I want to take a back seat and let my friends plan the thing, let my friends do whatever they want, and I want to go along with it because I don't want to feel like I'm constantly. So I think it also depends on like your different friend groups and kind of the role, right? Like we all play a role in certain, like if now I'm going to go to like psychology, whatever, but we're those friend groups or our families or whatever, those are systems, right? And we all play a part in that system. And so it also depends on, you know, what role we take on. Sometimes it's a role that we choose and we kind of push for it, and other times it's a role that we automatically just fall into. And so I think that we also want to look at, you know, we might be one thing in one system, but then something else in a different system.
What if people are competing for the same role?
I don't think that competition is, in that sense, for a role is healthy in a friendship at all.
What if it's like not an active competition, but two people they see themselves in the same light? They're like, I'm the fun, smart one. And then someone else is like, yeah, but I'm actually the fun, smart one.
I think that like underlying competition makes a friendship crumble a lot.
Yeah.
But do we also do people sit in their circles and say that or think that?
I think immature people do, yeah.
I think if I'm like, I'm the smartest one in this room, if I'm constantly walking in with that mentality or even saying that out loud, chances are my friend circle is not going to be very big for very long.
Or
it might not be
that
a circle.
explains it.
But I actually have the opposite mentality. My mentality is if I'm the smartest person in the room, I'm in the wrong room. Like that's my mentality.
Ooh, that's like a masterclass kind of thing.
No, but it's true because you're at the end of the day, like you are a product of your environment. So
why would the smart people want you in their room?
I don't know. Maybe they can learn something from me. Maybe they like that I'm very open to learning and like wanting to better myself, and I have that motivation to do so.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, if you're the smartest person in the room, then clearly what's around you is not as stimulating. So
but is that friendship or is that like networking?
No,
There's
I'm
a
not.
difference.
I'm not.
Well, a
talking
lot of
about
times when you
solely
network,
friendship,
you make new
though.
friends.
You might.
That is true as well. But sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But I just think in general that because going back to the product of your environment, like you are going to be surrounding yourself with other motivated and driven and determined people, but you also want to be associated with kind people as well, caring people, respectful people. So, but to have that intelligence, I think also goes into some of those personality traits as well, because they're very emotionally aware and they're aware of themselves at the same time. So I think it kind of all ties in. It's like you want to be surrounded by people that have those qualities because eventually that's going to brush off on you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to better yourself, then you have to make a change in your environment.
Is friendships always about bettering yourself?
No, I don't think so, but I think it's a big part of it.
I also think there's different hats, right?
Yeah.
If I'm looking at something that's going to help drive my career or help me in that area, I'm wearing a different hat. The intention is different. When I'm in sweats hanging out with a girlfriend, I think that's a different intention. That's something, you know, I'm looking for something else in that moment.
So it's okay to have different friend groups.
Yes, absolutely.
But
I think it's healthy to have.
You ever mix friend groups?
Probably not.
Bad idea, right?
A little awkward.
I think I have sometimes, but then if you're the one who's mixing the groups, there's a lot of like
awkward.
babysitting going on, right? Like you're trying to make
Why
sure.
why do you feel like they just are not going to like each other?
It's not that. I think it's just like
It's not?
No, I think it's a comfort
It is.
level. No.
I don't think it's about liking or not liking. I
They
think it's
never
about-
like each other.
No,
They're all
it's
looking
not
at each
true.
other. It's like, that's the me of their other group.
No, that's not
He's
true.
ugly.
No, it's not about. Oh hey.
Hey.
I think
There's
just
still
come in.
room.
Come in for like a minute.
Okay.
Bring her.
Just come say hi and tell everyone what your favorite color is.
Blue. We can do a podcast about your answers next time.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda. Bye.
I agree with Sarah was saying though.
You just said that. You don't even know what she said.
No,
I agree with Sarah.
No,
That's that's the name of the
different hats.
podcast.
I think it's
I agree with
important.
whoever else.
I think it's
It's
important
because I'm sitting in
because
the middle.
no, but I think that
just
like
agree.
sometimes you go to certain friends for certain reasons. Like
Mm.
for example, if let's say if like a tragic event happens to you, no, but you're gonna go to the more receptive, understanding, and
No,
calm
the
friends.
the pizza guy.
No, that's not what I'm
The mean
saying.
pizza guy. Well, he'll show up on time. He'll be there right away.
But I'm saying like I think that everybody
Pizza.
has a different role. But I think that the basis of friendships are your morals and your values. So they may have like different personality and characteristic traits, but them like having those same morals and values as you is what puts you in a friendship in the first place.
Do you think
there's-
friendships are overrated?
No, I think that they're so important.
I think they're important. They're very important. But I think also we want to look at what need am I trying to fulfill here? And it's not a selfish or desperate need, but
Well, it sounded like it. And that's why you said that.
No,
Well, I have
no,
a need.
everybody
This
has a
friendship is
need.
filling
because
a need.
because it can people can think that what I mean
You're
is
a
that it's
narcissist.
needy. No, that it's needy, but it's not about being needy. It's about
So the fact I don't have friends means that I'm not needy.
No, I think you're just a big
No.
introvert.
I'm
do
very-
you have
I have a
friends or you don't?
podcast.
Because we started off, you said you had 3 friends, and now you have 0 friends. So I guess we're not friends.
I
we're
just
not your
cut
friends
3 people
anymore.
off.
No, it's about a need being fulfilled, and we want to look at, is this fulfilling a certain need? And that's in your friendships, in your intimate partner, in your family. There are needs that are required to be filled.
Well, when I was young, I wanted friends because I thought friends was a measure of
Popularity.
and like
Or that it defined who you were. right?
Well,
Like,
well, yeah, indirectly, or that the fact I didn't have friends was like there was something psychologically and
Yeah.
just wrong with me.
As a
And
kid, you
then-
tend to think that though.
Well, even into my 20s, but
Frontal lobe's not developed.
But I think that's also the way we're
Should be by then.
socialized. Like if you look at kids' report cards, there's like a little part there that says, how they are with their friends and what those friendships look like. But maybe they're okay with just one friend
Yeah.
or on their own. Is
good
that
thing
not
I have
okay?
my other grades to pull that up. The
I
average
think that no, but I
friends
think that
for few and far between.
No, no.
I think that a trait of strength is like being okay with being alone, but being okay with a
I
very
love being alone.
yeah, but that's good. But I think that it's also
Playing video games.
a
What?
part
It
of.
works out for you.
Yeah.
I think it's also part of like being okay with having a limited amount of friends, knowing that they're your true friends versus having a bunch of superficial friends just to say that you have.
I don't know
certain
how
amount of
you do it.
friends. I have like 3 friends.
No, you have a lot of superficial friends.
No, I
But
don't.
maybe those are just the friends that you go out and have fun with.
Yeah, which is fine. Like Sarah was
Don't
saying.
you have like a list of 300 people you know? That
No,
you
that's
just,
right.
no, that's
Restaurants.
restaurants.
Oh, I thought they're the name of your friends. You have a lot of French friends.
That's restaurant.
My bad.
Yeah, no, I think I have like 3 friends. But besides the point, I think Sarah is right in terms of sometimes you just
Friends
need.
is the name of the
No, but I think
Just
I agree with
change
you.
the pod to whatever it's called right now and just change to Sarah's right.
Right now,
I-
it's
the
called My
needs
Friend
is
is
a
a
big
Narcissist.
thing.
Help.
No. It's called the therapy club. This was
Yeah.
good.
It's
This
not
was-
called a
this was
therapy
good.
club. This is not a therapy club.
club.
Do you guys have any, stories of friendships when you were a child? Like something that stood out, something that was like maybe formative?
I actually don't think so.
No formative feelings, nothing as a child, nothing Meaningful. Yeah, me neither.
I think
Say whatever, she'll agree with you.
At that time, I think when I was younger, and maybe this was cultural, maybe this was what my parents kind of pushed for or wanted.
Careful.
The friendships were my cousins, and I'm still really good friends. And there were moments when I think we all kind of went in different directions, and somehow now we've like found our way back to each other. So I think, there were things where, we had to do our own things. We had to, live our lives. We had to learn our own lessons. And then we kind of came back. And, I'm not saying it because this isn't the case for everyone. So I'm not like your family should be your best friend. But growing up, I think in those formative years, we kind of had that same upbringing, that same, whatever it was that made us stronger and kind of
does it feel familiar, or does it feel like it fills a gap with this reconnection?
I think it was just like a natural.
Everyone kind of disperses, and then everyone kind of pulls back at some point when there's like.
You have more in common. I think after you've kind of just figured yourself out and you've done what you needed to do, because we're very different. We all have different careers. We all still have different schedules. But I think it's also about prioritizing certain people and prioritizing the people that make you feel good. You don't feel stressed out. Like you'll be able to feel in your body if you're around people that aren't good for you. And I think that when you start to feel, and when I mean in your body, like literally in your body, feeling it, your body tensing up, feeling certain things, that's like the anxiety part of it. And so if you're feeling that, then chances are that those aren't the people that you want to spend most of your time with.
No formative thoughts, eh? That's fine. I'll do mine. I remember I was in the second grade, and we had a supply teacher. It was a nun for some reason. She taught our class a bunch of times, and she never knew our names. So she asked a question, and me and my friend were sitting beside each other, and we both put our hands up, and she said, "You," and she's like pointing, and we're like, "Me?" And then he's doing me, him, like it was a Roxbury thing. And then she just kept saying, "You, you." And we're like, "But me?" And we look nothing alike. He was like big and blonde, and I was small and brown hair. And she just kept going, you. And then I'm like, and then she just went.
Like, forget you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And then we had arts and crafts. And for some reason, my white glue broke all over my hands. So this is in the 80s.
Same teacher.
Same nun.
Okay.
Same nun. That's the nun. And I'm like, hey, sister, can I go and wash my hands? My glue bottle broke. And she said no.
Okay.
So I had to wait for the glue to dry.
Kids like that. When you peel it off.
Yeah, but I wanted to finish my art.
Okay.
So I just was doing this to the inside of my desk and on my pants. And my mom was like, "What happened to your pants?" I'm like, "It's glue." Because the nun wouldn't let me wash my hands. It doesn't have anything to do with friendship.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Why?
so
What?
confused where this story
But I
is
wanted
going.
to bring
does
up
the
my
friendship
nun
come in?
story.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not friends
But you
with that
remember
nun.
it. But you remember it for a reason. There's something that happened.
Yeah, it was scarring.
Yeah.
But then I feel like maybe she got even with me for the me, him, me thing.
Well, were you guys doing the me, him on purpose?
No, I just didn't know. I didn't want to get in trouble for answering when she wanted him to answer.
Okay.
It was
But
there. It was in the second grade.
Do you think about that often?
All this week.
Why? Why this week?
I was preparing for the podcast.
And you're like, this is something I need to bring up.
I want to bring it up. I also want to bring up my Karate Kid story. Did I tell you guys that one?
Yes, you did.
I don't. Okay.
You don't know? Well, you're
Let's hear
older.
it.
You're older, so you'll appreciate my Karate Kid story.
Did you say wax on, wax off?
No, I didn't. No.
Kind of.
Okay, let's hear it.
I'll say it. Don't
Salt
let.
is the one on
We're
the couch.
friends.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she said no, she doesn't want to hear it because she's direct.
She said to say it.
No, I said say
Who
it.
said
she
no,
Said she heard
me?
it. Oh, she just was like, we heard it. Stop. And
I
I'm
heard
like,
it.
She just agreed that
Like
it's a
3
good story.
times.
Okay,
It's funny, right?
Like,
Is
it's
it,
all right.
is it gonna be number
Yeah.
4? I never did on a podcast.
Okay.
okay.
say it.
And then you never have to tell it again because you just like play it for people.
I know, so I better do it good the first time. So I think it's like 1986, and the Karate Kid. Why did you laugh?
She wasn't even a thought back then. That's why.
THOT. All
No,
right.
you knew that.
Yeah, why?
You're cooler- you're cooler in my
Only
book.
you're the cool one here.
I'm the alpha funny.
So giving a cousin that name.
Okay,
Anyways, so me and my dad were actually sitting on the floor, leaning against the couch, watching The Karate Kid. It was the first time it was on TV. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And the whole movie goes through. Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, it's a 40-year-old movie. At the end, Daniel wins, and Mr. Miyagi's so proud. And I'm watching, me and my dad, you can tell we're just really into it. And I knew my dad will always do random, like, stupid things just to attack me. So I knew he was going to do something. I was 6 or 7. And as the credits start to roll, I do this with my hand without even looking at him.
Is he behind you?
No, he's right beside me. Like,
okay.
I'm just like, we're leaning on the couch watching the TV.
Yeah.
Right at that moment, he had decided to do this. So I blocked him without looking.
Whoa.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like,
Telepathy.
well, it was more karate and like instinct.
Okay.
And then my dad said the killer line, very good.
Now you've heard it, Sarah.
It's beautiful.
It was
It's
such
a beautiful moment.
It,
And it happened in grade 2. What's this about grade 2?
it was grade 2.
Yeah.
Maybe I peaked. You know what? Is it bad if I don't think it's bad if I say it, as long as I don't say anything bad about her.
Her.
Well, my teacher, so I talked about the nun, that was my supply teacher, but my real grade 2 teacher, I just realized her name was Mrs. Goodyear.
Whoa. And
was
that
a
was
good
your
year
best
for you.
year.
And that was such a good year.
Was it downhill from there?
No, a little bit. Ups and downs.
We should look her up. We should find her.
I bet she's dead.
Oh no. Rest in peace.
She was old.
That's so
then.
morbid.
Not about morbid. It might be accurate.
I mean, we're talking about 1986.
It was.
1986.
She looked
The year
old,
of
and
The
this
Karate
was
Kid.
40 years ago.
It's a moment of silence for her if she's not her.
No, I'm not talking about her. I'm thinking about the movie.
Oh.
And was there anything else?
Maybe that
Oh,
was
how
it.
I ended the year. Oh,
Yeah.
this was the best part. So after grade 2, we moved. We moved to Woodbridge.
Oh.
So
Oh my god. I moved to Woodbridge in grade 2 as well.
was it a good year?
No. I don't know who it was.
No. All right. My story. So we had gone to like the end of the year mass because the church was right next door.
Mm-hmm.
And then so we were walking through the parking lot and I saw my parents. So I'm like, it's the end of the day. I beeline for their car and they drove me off. So my friend, the me, him guy, he actually moved to the same school as me that following September. So we both moved. We didn't like, just coincidence. So he's in my class and he goes, do you know what you did? I'm like, no. He goes, the whole school was looking for you. They thought you went missing.
Yeah, because you're
I wasn't dismissed.
yeah, it's like
Oh
you could
my
have been
God.
kidnapped in the parking
Yeah,
lot.
so Mrs. Goodyear was having a bad day.
Oh no.
Poor woman.
And that's the thing, and parents didn't have cell phones back then.
No, they
So
they
they
couldn't
just-
call anybody. So
Yeah, they couldn't find you.